Hey guys, just watching Flash, Plastique. This episode definitely is very good so far. If you saw my Instagram, I did already post the little bit about that. Where he runs up the building, which was cool. I think it's interesting now to see that he's doing different stuff than just running. Now he's running up a building, which is kind of different. Another thing that he could have done to save the guy is that would have worked is just doing a tornado. The guy falls and doesn't have time to catch him. Just do a tornado and to slow the guy down so that he falls down slower. You know, but other than that, it was pretty good. I love the scene, just seeing him zip up, seeing him do something different than just run from on street to street, and eventually get to the point where he's using his arms to make tornadoes, using his down to his fingers to make tornadoes, and doing things with his powers that that have never been done before in the comics and the cartoons and any other genre. So I think it's definitely interesting to see him do more stuff like that, and yeah. So far it's going pretty good. Like so far this episode. Now in this part there, I was hoping that when all the soldiers were pointing their guns at there, I was hoping that there'd be a scene where we'd have him, running and having to collect like 100 bullets. Like if everyone had them all in all fully automatic guns shooting in there, they were just raining bullets in there. And he had to collect like a handful of them and just have him like collect them all, and all of a sudden just see him just drop them all. I think that would be so cool. Just all of a sudden the general is there, fire, and and all of a sudden there's just a pile of bullets, just in front of him. I think that would have been cool, but it's still pretty cool so far. I still like it. Oh my god, I love this idea that he's able to talk. Um, he's able to be there with her, to stand in front of her without her seeing her, because he just vibrates and he gets vibrates his vocal cords and changes his voice and whatnot. I think that's so cool. Now if only because he's starting to vibrate a little bit, just to blur people, not let people see him and whatnot. Just like shake his head a little bit and shake his vocal cords or somehow, which is definitely interesting. But I definitely can't wait to use that more to like go through walls and whatnot. But it's definitely a cool idea, very Smallville like, but different. How he has to just uh, he does it as the Flash and whatnot. I think that's very cool. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, that was weird. So uh, what the guy, he just told him, I forget what this guy's name, the guy in the wheelchair. Um, Whatever. Doctor, whatever is he told her to destroy the plastique, to go kill Eiling, which is pretty interesting. I was thinking about her powers, as it was on. They had her throw a frisbee to test something, which is pretty cool because she could throw a frisbee without, um, without like she could blow something like that up without being danger too much. So I think it's interesting, the idea of you know the idea, of that. I think as a team, Plastique and the Flash could be a good team. I mean, she could touch a bunch of things or anything, touch a bunch of things, and then Flash grab them, and Flash grab them and kind of throw them before they explode at a super speed rate. I think that the idea of that is pretty cool. Or what they could do a different way is having her. She touches like a frisbee or something, anything that she can, anything, or throwing like a dollar or something that they want to explode and whatnot. She throws it and she touches it and throws it, and then Flash could from behind just go like that with his arm and kind of propel the wind and make it go faster with the wind, and catch it and bring it go farther and whatnot. I think that's could be a cool idea. And obviously, they're not going to do that in this episode. That'd be going from just he ran up the wall. I don't think he's not gonna do much more than that with his powers. But it definitely is a good, cool idea. The potential is a cool idea. But we'll see what happens in there. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how she's gonna kill um, what's his face. And I'm curious, how does she put on her clothes? She touched Barry's suit and it explode. How did she put on her clothes? Does she wear gloves? Why doesn't she get her own gloves? Like, you know what I mean? If or those special gloves. They didn't say anything about those gloves, but whatever. He's just running on water right now. Why do you guys hear my reaction is? My God, it's so fun. So good. So good. He's dropping her in the water as we speak. He dropped her in the water before the explosion, and boom! Yes, that looks so good. Just run, run, run! Don't run it. You can outrun it. Easily outrun it. Now, how is he gonna stop the tidal wave caused by the explosion? Or I guess he was far enough. Cool. Wow, that was cool. Just watching him run on the water finally was pretty cool. Um, yeah, I can't wait to see him in the episode versus the Flash versus Green Arrow or Arrow versus Flash type episode. And we got two more episodes. Then it's the two more episodes. Yeah, two more episodes. We got we're on number 5. We got number 6 and 7, and then the 8th one should be the Flash versus Arrow. I guess part 1 on Flash, then part 2 on Arrow or not whatnot. Not sure, but it definitely is interesting. Can't wait to see now that he's running up walls. He's running on water. It definitely is good. He's now starting to to do different things with his powers and whatnot, and and they haven't thought of, he just happens to have these ideas. But I feel like in the in the 8th episode, when Oliver comes into this, I think Oliver definitely has that mind to be able to, he would definitely be the one who could just say, well, can't you just do this, do that? He'll be the one to come up with different uses for his powers that that Barry hasn't really or Barry or anyone at Star Labs hasn't really thought of before. And I think those is the interesting part, is having someone come in who could just and I think Oliver could be the person. It wouldn't make sense for them, and I feel like he would be the one to come up with ideas, because they're all scientists, facts and da 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 da. Whereas Oliver could just come in and just be like, well, why don't you just spin your arms, or like for some, I don't know what's gonna happen, but you could just come in, well, just spin your arms real fast, or or make a tornado, or just different ideas to be able to think outside of the box of just running and whatnot, which they're starting to expand that box a little bit more, and just by running, because he's only running up the building, he's only running on the water, still just his legs that are being used in new ways that are interesting and very very cool. But I definitely can't wait to see him. Hopefully by the end of this season, at least, we'll see him do the full. Like I said, his arms down to his fingers, like do even little things, just as Barry Allen, without anyone, just doing things with his fingers, or whatnot. Um, like he could be walking across this street sometime and then someone, cars zipping about and about to hit them, and he just uses his finger and creates a wind that slows the car down. I think that would be very cool. Just things like that, just to expand the idea on his powers is cool. But I like of him, when he's talking to West and Iris and all that. But it's back on. Well, it's almost over. It's over. The Flash. Shield is in last season. Yes, previously. So it definitely looks interesting. The next episode of Flash. This episode is definitely pretty good. I guess off the bat, I like it. There was a few little parts in it that was interesting. I like seeing new abilities in the show, and overall it was pretty good. I like this episode. The next episode, the guy looks awful lot. His powers seem an awful lot like Colossus from the X-Men universe. So I don't know, but definitely interesting. Can't wait to see what else comes out of it. Yeah. See you guys later, and go check my Shield review. Should be on because it's starting right now.